Hey friends, welcome back to Hot News. We're going to be trying out some gaming news here over on the Hot News channel. Thank you for bearing with us on all the experimentation that we're doing. Obviously, things are crazy in my life with my son, the transition back here. You know the whole story of that, but the spiel is that we're going to talk about gaming news right now because there's some exciting stuff developing in the Rockstar world, because it appears that Rockstar, as of March 23rd, registered a brand new domain of GTAVI.com. Which, if we have any indication from previous leaks that we've seen, they are going with the VI nomenclature instead of this number 6. It's going to be in Roman numerals instead of Arabic numerals. That's the excitement. So Rockstar registering, this is also coming after Rockstar did that April Fool's almost joke like a couple weeks ago, where they had an unlisted video for the GTA 6 announcement teaser, and then it was just a rickroll. So there's more happenings going on with Rockstar with regards to GTA 6, and considering the fact that we've gone an entire console generation without seeing a new Grand Theft Auto, I'm sure a lot of people are super excited for this. The original, or GTA 5, originally released in 2013 before the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were even a thing. It is crazy. Usually Rockstar has a GTA on a console generation. Looks like they're just going to be completely skipping it this time. But GTA 6 rumors now officially getting hyped for more stuff. Domain registrations are usually a big thing. I remember back when Atlas registered domains for Persona 5R and Persona 5, or P5R and P5S, and everybody lost their minds for the Switch edition Persona 5, and that still hasn't come because it was for Scramble, which is also supposed to be a really good game, but we don't get it in the US yet, okay? And let's talk about things going on with Voldemort, outages and shortages that we're having because the Nintendo Switch appears to be out of stock everywhere. At all retail shops, there doesn't seem to be a Nintendo Switch available. It doesn't appear to be that you can get one on Nintendo's website either. They were selling refurbished ones last week, and those are gone now, so it does seem like if you wanted a Nintendo Switch, you should have thought about that earlier. It doesn't appear that they're coming. They're trying to get more to various retail locations so that you can actually buy a Nintendo Switch, but it is like one of the best consoles that you could have for staying home, because you can move from different rooms to rooms. You can be on the toilet, you can be in your bedroom, you can be in your living room, you can continue to play games no matter where you are, so the Switch makes a lot of sense for staying home. But in case you're in the US and your Switch breaks, well, you're out of luck, my friends, unless you know how to fix it yourself, because Nintendo is closing all US repair centers until further notice to make sure that they do not go ahead and spread the virus. Nintendo trying to make sure that everybody stays safe, but in case your Joy-Con starts drifting, you better drift your mind onto somewhere else, because you ain't getting it repaired. Just go buy a Pro controller, which they're on sale at Walmart recently for $59, so maybe that'll be the thing. But just a little bit more Nintendo news. They've also committed to donating 9,500 face masks to emergency services. This is on top of all of the other companies that have come in and committed to contributing face masks. We had the likes of Apple contribute 10 million, Intel's contributing $1 million. So Nintendo trying to make sure that they're helping out with the emergency stuff that's going on right now. And if you played Animal Crossing New Horizons, you knew there was an emergency bug that needed to be fixed because it allowed you to duplicate items and get really, really far ahead of everybody. Animal Crossing has now issued the patch. The patch is 1.1.1, and it fixes a major issue impacting game balance, which is just basically you can duplicate items and get ahead of everybody. Everybody already knows the time skip exploit in Animal Crossing. There's nothing Nintendo can do about that, or the developers of Animal Crossing, but with the patch that was this, it was bad. The bug was bad. This is the last bit of Nintendo news. Allegedly, you might know this by the time this episode of Hot News comes out, there should be a Nintendo Direct today. Based on a leak that happened earlier in the month, somebody said that Nintendo would have an Indie Direct, which they did, and now that they're also supposed to have a full-on Nintendo Direct today, and he said it's still happening tomorrow, although that was at 1:33 a.m. March 26th. So is he talking about March 26th, or is he talking about March 27th? Probably the 26th. You'll know if it happened by today. We'll find out. And you'll find out about Stalker 2 because they posted a new screenshot for the game that a lot of people loved way back when. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Anyways, they just said with the announcement that 13 years ago they released Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl, and they're working on Stalker 2. There should be more information coming in 2020. And hopefully it will come out next year in 2021. Reece is excited. You can verbalize your excitement. Ah! There you go. He got that ah. Speaking of games that people go for, I think Gwent, the Witcher card game, is officially out on Android. You need Android 7.0 and at least 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, but in case you wanted to play Gwent on Android, you can now do it. It was out on iOS already, so mobile was already an existing thing. But speaking of games that you want to play, if you're on PSN and you're in Europe right now, they're going to be throttling the speed even more than they already throttle it. I don't know how that's possible because PSN is literally the slowest service I have on anything I've ever used. It's terrible. No matter what DNS rerouting I use, I always just get such a mediocre amount of my full bandwidth. I have a gigabit connection. Guess what? You're downloading at 150 megabit. Oh, you have a 100 megabit connection? You're downloading at 10.
I'll raise you one.
Raise me.
Worse.
The Switch is not worse. I've been able to download games at full speed on Switch.
I have not.
Okay, well that's just because you're wrong. I don't know. Anyways, they're slowing it down even further to help reduce congestion that's going on with the internet networks, with everybody staying home, doing remote working, doing remote learning, trying to make sure that they're staying safe. So Xbox is considering potentially doing that. They said that they are keeping an eye on the situation, actively monitoring usage and making temporary adjustments as needed to ensure the smoothest possible experience for our gamers. So game downloads may take a little while longer, and especially with the fact that retailers are closing down, Amazon is postponing orders, everything. You better already have had the game, is basically the idea. But you don't already have this game, which is War of the Visions, which is a Final Fantasy Tactics spin-off game that's coming to mobile. It's officially out. It's part of the Brave Exvius series of games. It's on iOS and Android. You can play it. It's going to be a freemium game. You're going to have to buy stuff. You're going to have to pay money. We'll have to see whether or not it's going to be a pay-to-play win situation or pay-to-play, play-to-win. It's mobile games. They cost a lot of money to get anywhere. And it costs a lot of money to make video games, which is why Platinum Games kickstarted the Wonderful 101 Remastered, so they made sure that people are supporting that. It's getting a gameplay video, and they announced that they have one more announcement to come out with on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, so if they fool us, people are going to be mad, but they had that image that was like a 4. They've already done 3, which was the Wonderful 101 Remaster. Then they had Project GG, which was the kaiju versus like Ultron or Ultraman type scenario, and then the opening of the brand new Platinum Games office in Tokyo. So we're still waiting on one more. Should happen on Wednesday next week. Speaking of Wednesday next week, it's the 1st of April, which means it's a new month, which means that there's new games for free on PSN, and it's been announced that it's going to be Uncharted 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0. So if you want to pick those up on the PlayStation Network, you can do that. And Stadia Pro has its new games announced, Metro Exodus and Thumper going bye-bye, but then you can get the Serious Sam collection, Spitlings, and Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Those are going to be the Stadia Pro games that you get for free in April. Then let's talk about something that's going to be a little bit more disappointing than Stadia. I know it's hard, Stadia sucks, I understand, but people really want a Silent Hill remake or a new game. They just want something from Silent Hill, and there was rumors and circulation going on out there that potentially Sony bought the license to Silent Hill from Konami. However, Konami has come out and said it's not true. They said, we're aware of all the rumors and reports, but can confirm that they are not true. I know it's not the answer you fans may want to hear. It's not to say we are completely closing the door on the franchise, just not in the way it is being reported. Sad. Sad. Imagine if Sony bought the license, gave it to Kojima Productions, and then they made the game that everybody wanted them to make in the first place. Imagine. Speaking of making games, though, Remedy Entertainment, the company behind the hit game Control that's come out recently, has signed a deal with a major publisher to come out with 2 next-gen games, is what they're saying. Apparently one is a balls-to-the-wall AAA project, and the other is a sister project on a much smaller scale that will accompany the first. So they haven't disclosed which publisher they're working with, but Remedy definitely confirmed to be making 2 next-gen games. Speaking of games, though, you want announcements on that and you want it in a physical location. Well, physical location has been shut down. E3 canceled. Taipei Game Show was delayed from being in February, but now it was supposed to be happening in June 25th through the 28th, and it's been just officially canceled. It's not happening. Why is all of the trade shows happening in Taiwan being the last things to be canceled? Computex took forever. Taipei Game Show now officially canceled. It's just coming. Then just some sad news as of today. It appears that the Gearbox co-founder Landon Montgomery has passed away. He was known for working on Half-Life, Halo, James Bond, and obviously he started Gearbox software, which made a lot of games as well that people liked. The cause of death has not been detailed. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not it would be surrounding Voldemort. However, it's not yet known at this time, but we just want to take a moment of silence to celebrate the life of Landon Montgomery. And then in the weirdest tone shift ever, because I didn't anticipate the articles being in this order, we need to talk about Persona 5 Royal, because it's come out that the release date for Persona 5 Royal has been moved forward in Australia and not here in the United States. And my pre-order is still there. Amazon's still saying it's getting delivered on the 31st. I really, really hope it happens. And I'm sorry for the tone shift. It's just the way the order of the articles happened. And yeah. I want my Persona 5 Royal, and I want you to go on out of here from this episode of Hot News knowing that I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who supports our videos, who watches both here on Hot News, but also on UFD Tech. You guys make the world go round for us. You make it so that I can provide for my family and my employees and keep safe during this really volatile time that we're in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you too. Bye.